الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد ومولانا وحبيبنا وقرة أعيننا وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه وسلم تسليما كثيرا كلما ذكرك وذكره الذاكرون وغفل عن ذكرك وذكره الغافلون في كل لمحة ونفس بعدد كل معلوم لك. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. اللهم صل صلاة تامة وسلم سلاما تاما على نبي تفرج به الكرب وتزال به الهم وتدرك به الرغائب وتقضى به الحوائج وتنال به الآمال وسلم عليه وعلى آله وصحبه. هذه الأيام أيام مباركة كما لا يخفى، أيام مباركة. هذه الأيام هي أبرك الأيام، هي أبرك أيام الدنيا على الإطلاق بدون تقييد إلا ما سنذكره إن شاء الله. وللعلماء في هذه الأيام تآليف كثيرة ألفوا فيها وخصوها بالتأليف لما فيها من الفوائد ولما اشتملت عليه من الفضل. والله تعالى جعل في الليالي والأيام خواص، يجعل في هذه الأيام خواص كما جعل في يوم الجمعة خاصة، فجعل في شهر المحرم خاصة، وجعل في شهر الحجة خاصة، وجعل في شهر رجب خاصة، وجعل في شهر رمضان خاصة. فكل من الأيام والليالي والشهور والأسابع فيه خواص.
Shaykh began praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending salutations upon our master and our beloved and the coolness of our eyes and the pleasure of our eyes, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and upon his family at every second and every moment, every time those who remember him and all those times that they forget him, meaning an extended all the time salawat upon the noble messenger. Then he made dua that Allah ta'ala forgive us and our brethren before us in faith and not to put any rancor in our hearts for those who passed away. Shaykh said that we are now in the midst of these days of Zul-hijjah, which are the most blessed of all days. They are days that are blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in these special days there's a lot of scholars who have written books in the past about this subject of Zul-hijjah in itself and have compiled books on this very subject alone on the first 10 days of Zul-hijjah. They've also wrote about what is the best thing for them to do, what are the best actions to do in these blessed days. He said every day and night and all these times of our faith, like in the times of Friday, in the times of Zul-hijjah, Ramadan, or Rajab, and all these other months or days, there are specific things that are the traits of those times, that there's specialities attached to them, specific khawas, matters related to them. So there's specific traits or virtues, what have you, of these blessed times. So inshallah he's going to speak about that.
العارفون لا يفرقون بين الأيام والليالي وأيامهم كلها خواص. وذلك قال العلماء إن الإمام الأوزاعي لو قال له إنك ستموت غدا ما زاد في عمله. فلا يفرقون بين رجب ولا ذي الحجة ولا رمضان ولا ذي القعدة. هم كما قال الله تعالى ينفقون أموالهم بالليل والنهار سرا وعلانية يرجون تجارة لن تبور. ليلهم ونهارهم يستوي فيه رمضان وذو الحجة وذو القعدة والليل والنهار عمل مستمر. قال العلماء أن الأوزاعي لو قيل له أنك ستموت غدا لما قدر أن يزيد في عمله، ما يمكن أن يزيد في عمله. هذه حالة العارفين، لكن الضعفاء ينبغي لهم أن يعرفوا مقامه. هؤلاء العارفون ونحن لا نفهم مقامه، كما قال شيخ تراد الشنقيطي كلام الأولياء لست أفهمه لأنني أنا وهم. هم مقامهم مقامهم ونحن مقامنا مقام، كما قال الله تعالى وما منا إلا له مقام معلوم. الناس لا تستوي.
So the Shaykh said that as for the Arifin, and these are the Gnostics, the knowers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the righteous people of this deen. For them, they don't care. There's no specifics about Zul-hijjah or Zul-qa'dah or all these other months or times or days. What they're in a state is they're constantly in a state of preparing to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In fact, they said about Imam al-Awza'i, were someone to tell him that you're going to die tomorrow, he would not increase in anything that he was doing. He couldn't increase in anything extra than what he was doing, meaning he was in a very good state. So with the arifin and the knowers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is how they used to do. There was no specific whether it was Dhul-hijjah or not. They were always very strong in good actions. He said, as for the weak ones, we should know our state. He said, I'm not of the arifin. They have their state. We have our state. One of the scholars, he wrote a poem that basically says that the speech of the Gnostics of Allah, that's their speech. I'm unable to understand it because I'm not from them. So Shaykh said that we are weak and people should know their state. In the Quran it says everyone has their specific limits. We're of the weak ones, so we should know our limits.
وهذه الحالة شاهدناها في شيخنا المراد الحاج ما وجدناه يزيد في عمله أياما دون أيام فحاله مستمر طول حياته. هؤلاء القوم خصهم الله تعالى بما خصهم به لكن الضعفاء يلزمهم أن يعرفوا مقامهم.
He said this is what we observed in our teacher Shaykh Murabit al-Hajj that whether it was Dhul-hijjah or not, we never saw him increase in everything because he was already doing everything that there is. These are people that Allah specified, and so that they're chosen to do this and they have this state with Allah.
لكن الله سبحانه وتعالى بفضله وكرمه أعطى ليالي وأعطى شهورا يفيض بها في فيضه الخاص فهي تفيد الضعفاء ومنها هذه الحجة فهي أفضل الليالي على الإطلاق. لذلك ورد عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما من أيام العمل فيهن أفضل من العمل في 10 الحجة. قالوا يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا الجهاد؟ قال ولا الجهاد في سبيل الله إلا رجل من خرج بنفسه وماله ولم يرجع من ذلك بشيء. هذا يمكن أن يضبط كذا.
So the Shaykh said that what Allah Ta'ala did out of His mercy and out of His bounty is that those that are weak, He gave us these specific times so that we can increase, so that we can get reward, so that we can do these things because this is out of His mercy. Perhaps they couldn't do it all year, but then Allah specifies these specific days, so therefore the weak to engage in. He said, as for what relates to this specific time, there's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that mentions there are no better days in which they have more virtue, righteous actions have more virtue than these days that we're in, the first 10 days of Dhul-hijjah. They said not even jihad in the way of Allah, not even the struggling in His path. He said not even that except for a person who goes out with his self and his wealth and does not come back or return, meaning he's martyred in that path with his self and his money and he doesn't return.
ومن هنا عرف العلماء استنبط العلماء أن الأعمال غير الفاضلة في 10 الحجة أفضل من الأيام الفاضلة في غيرها من الأعمال الفاضلة في غيرها. لذلك قال الصحابة وللجهاد لأنهم فهموا أن الأعمال ولو بسيطة في الحجة أنها أفضل من غيرها. قالوا وللجهاد وهو أفضل الأعمال قال وللجهاد.
And this is why the scholars have derived the meaning from this same hadith that when the Sahaba asked, what al-jihad, that this is the highest of all virtuous actions that one can do, he said, not even jihad. So what he said is that in these specific days, righteous actions in general, any of them will be better than the best of all actions done outside of the month.
ومن عجيب أن هذه الأيام لا يقوم بها إلا القليل من الناس. ونرى الكثير من الناس يعمل في رمضان لكن لا يعمل في هذه الأيام. ينفق في رمضان ولكن لا ينفق في هذه الأيام. يعمل الطاعات في رمضان فهذا شيء مشهور لكن هذه الأيام مهملة. ذلك لجهل كثير من الناس بالكتاب والسنة.
And this is why in Ramadan a lot of people do give money in the way of God or do different types of acts of worship, but in these specific 10 days they don't do that. And that just shows their ignorance of the book of Allah and the sunnah of the noble messenger.
الله تعالى لم يقسم برمضان وأقسم بالحجة. قال تعالى والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل والعشر. إذا وجدنا القرآن من أوله وآخره ما نجد أقسم برمضان. القرآن لم يقسم الله تعالى برمضان.
And if we see why in the Quran, Allah never takes an oath or swears by Ramadan, but He swears by these 10 days. So in this sense, you can look, if Allah swears by something, it means it has higher importance.
فأقسم الله تعالى بهذه الأيام قال والفجر وليال عشر أقسم بها جميعا وبعد ذلك أقسم باليومين الأخيرين منها وهو يوم عرفة ويوم التاسع.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then swears by in the wal-fajr, by the fajr and the 10 nights and the shafa wal-witr and the even and the odd, which Shaykh said that these are the 10 days and the even and the odd is the 9th of Zul-hijjah, which is the day of Arafah, and the 10th, which is the day Yawm al-Nahar, the day of sacrifice.
فإن نصيحة المسلمين أن يصححوا ماذا يفعلون في هذه الأيام وفي غيرها، فلا يعبدوا الله تعالى بغير علم، هذا ابتداء. وبعد أن يصححوا ما يريدون أن يفعلوا فلينوعوا الطاعات.
Shaykh said that the first, what Muslims should do in this time is the first and foremost is to make sure that they attain knowledge or have correct knowledge about the types of worship that they engage in, and if they have the prerequisite knowledge of those things, then he can mix around between the different types of good actions, diversify the good deeds.
فالعامل ينظر إلى جميع أنواع العبادات فيأخذ من هذه ويأخذ من هذه ويأخذ من هذه حتى يقع في عبادة ترضي الله تعالى، لأن الله سبحانه جل جلاله أخفى طاعته التي فيها رضاه.
And then what one can do is do a little bit of this specific good action and do a little bit of good of this specific action, mix it around, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has hidden His pleasure in different good deeds. So we're not sure which good deed will earn His pleasure. So that's why you mix it around and diversify it, do as many of the different types of good deeds, for in one of them might be the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
ولذلك يقول العلماء إن بعض الصالحين رأى الإمام الغزالي بعد موته فقيل له بما رحمك الله تعالى قال رحمني بشرب ذبابة من فم قلمي. يعني قبل الله تعالى منه هذه فقط.
This is why we're not sure which action is the pleasure of Allah. Imam al-Ghazali was seen by someone after he passed away in a dream, and they said, by which means did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive you? And he said, one time a insect or a fly had stopped while he was writing, and he stopped his pen so that the little insect or bug can drink or take what it wanted, and then it left, and then he continued. Because of that, Allah ta'ala forgave him.
وهذا مصداق الحديث. دخلت امرأة النار في هرة ولا هي أمسكتها، ما هي تركتها وما هي أمسكتها تكون. كذلك أيضا في الحديث إن وفي كل مثلا نفس فيها مثلا أجر، فالأجر الذي سيقبله الله تعالى لا يعلمه الإنسان. في حديث البخاري ومسلم أن امرأة دخلت النار بسبب هرة ربطتها، مثلا هرة لا هي أطعمتها ولا هي تركتها تأكله من الأرض. فكذلك هو سقى ذبابة، كما أن تلك دخلت النار بسبب ذلك، هو سقى ذبابة. وفي الحديث أن كل ذي كبد الرطب فيه أجر. كل كبد، كل حي يمشي على وجه الأرض فيه أجر.
وهذا حديث البخاري
مسلم أن امرأة دخلت النار في هرة ربطتها، لا هي أطعمتها، ما أعطتها طعام وما تركتها تمشي، هي دخلت النار بسبب ذلك. مفهوم ذلك أنها لو أطعمتها لدخلت الجنة. فهم؟
ما فهم. ما هي
the cat.
The cat. No.
And then there's a lady, she feed.
Yeah. Okay.
Because of that, she دخلت الجنة.
لا دخلت النار.
دخلت النار. Sorry. Yeah.
So for this reason, the Shaykh said that some actions we're not sure which would earn the pleasure or the wrath of Allah. We have in the story of the hadith that mentions that a woman tied up her cat, didn't give it
فمعصية
food.
الله تعالى التي فيها غضبه لا يعلمها إلا الله سبحانه جل جلاله.
She tied up the cat, didn't feed it, the cat died, and because of this reason, she actually enters the fire. So we can also see that in types of disobedience, there could be the wrath of Allah. Like that, in certain types of obedience, there could be the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
ففي كل كبد رطب أجر، في كل نفس أجر. ويقول العلماء أن الإمام السيبويه وهو إمام العربية رؤي بعد منامه بعد موته، فقالوا له بما رحمك الله تعالى؟ قال إنني قلت في كتابي الله تعالى هو أعرف المعارف، لأن النحويين يقولون أنا والضمائر هي أعرف المعارف، أعرف المعرفة يقولون أنا ضمير المتكلم، وقال لا، أعرف المعارف اسم الله تعالى سبحانه. حقيقة أعرف المعارف اسم الله تعالى، الله هو أقوى معرفة، وبعد ذلك تأتي الضمائر، فما سبقه لذلك أحد، فقال غفر الله تعالى بسبب قوله هذا الله أعرف المعارف.
Imam Sibawayh was the great scholar of Arabic language, was seen in his dream and was asked by which reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave him, and he made a grammatical mark, if I can somewhat attach a meaning to that, the pronoun I used to be defined as
أعرف المعارف هو الله سبحانه.
the most the one who is indicated like the one who knows, right? How would you translate that? And what he said was that no, Allah is the one who has this ismuhu subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Allah huwa أعرف المعارف.
No. Allah is the one who knows all things that are known, and then after that is this pronoun. So he made a grammatical observation and wrote it, of which no one before him did that, and as a reason for this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave him.
وقد رؤي الإمام الجنيد فقيل له بعد موته، قيل له بما رحمك الله؟ قال بركعات كنا نركعها في السحر. قيل له وتلك الإشارات وتربية الناس؟ قال ذهبت تلك الأمور كلها، ما نفعنا الله تعالى إلا بركعات ركعناها في السحر.
And the same with Imam al-Junayd, the great scholar, was well known. He was seen in a dream and was asked by which means Allah Ta'ala forgave him, and he said that it was because of this rakats that he used to pray in the middle of the night. They said, what about all those philosophical, deep, analytical things you used to talk about? He said, those things are all dissipated. What benefited me was those 2 rakats I used to pray, or a few rakats in the middle of the night.
وقد روي الإمام ابن القاسم رحمه الله تعالى وهو تلميذ مالك الأول، وقد جلس مع الإمام مالك 20 سنة في المدينة المنورة، وبعد ذلك رجع إلى مصر وكان إمام المالكية هناك، ورؤي بعد موته فقيل له بما نفعك الله؟ قال بركعات كنا نركعها في الإسكندرية آخر الليل. في هذه العبادات الله تعالى يقبل بعضها ولا يقبل بعضها.
And the same with Imam Ibn al-Qasim, who was one of the great students of Imam Malik. He studied 20 years with him in Medina, and then he went to Egypt, where he became the Imam known of the Malikis in Egypt. He was also seen in a dream and was asked by which means Allah Ta'ala forgave him, and he said that the rakats he used to pray at night, meaning that's what Allah accepted.
قيل له في الفقه في المسائل؟ قال لا.
He said, what about the fiqh that you wrote about? What about all those different juridical discussions? He said, no, those things are all gone. What benefited me is the rakats that Allah accepted and forgave me as a reason.
فالطاعات بعضها يقبل وبعضها لا يقبل، والمعاصي بعضها يعذب به وبعض لا يعذب به، لكن الكل مجهول.
Some good actions are accepted, some good actions are not accepted. Some sins you could be punished for, some sins you may not be punished for. This is unknown to us, but known to Allah.
فاللازم على الإنسان العاقل أن ينوع العبادات ويخاف من عمله كما يخاف من ذنوبه، يخاف من عمله كما يخاف من ذنوبه.
This is why it's a must for the person to diversify his good deeds and to be scared of his good actions and to be wary of them like he is with his bad deeds, that both need to be there.
فالعامل يلزمه أن يكون خائفا من أعماله أكثر مما يخاف من ذنوبه، أكثر مما يخاف من ذنوبه، لأن هذه الأعمال الصالحة فيها شهوات، كما أن الذنوب فيها شهوات. الذنوب فيها شهوات، والأعمال الصالحة فيها شهوات أيضا. ويقول العلماء إن بعض المشايخ المربين كان صالحا، قال حاججت مرات على التجريد، مرات على التجريد معناها على خاص الزهد، تجريد يعني ترك الأسباب وترك كل شيء، يعني التعلق بالله تعالى. وبعد تلك المرات أمرتني أمي وتلك المرات ما كنت أشعر بتعب ولا شيء، يعني كأنني في غاية النعيم. وفي بعض المرات أمرته أمه بأن يعطيها شيئا يفعل لها فعلا خفيفا، فحس من نفسه ثقلا، فقال: عرفت أن الحجات كانت رياء. لماذا؟ قال: لأن الأمر واحد، هو أمر من الله تعالى، أمر بطاعة الأم وأمر بالحج. لماذا يدخل علي أمر بسيط من أمي ولا تدخل علي تلك الحجات؟ هذا قال كان هوى النفس فقط.
He said, Hajjaj, any Hajj?
حجات يعني إلى البيت الحرام.
So he said that you need to have more fear of your good deeds than you have fear of your sins. The reason why is some of the righteous have they went to do actions and trying to protect it in secret. So one of them, he performed many Hajj. He went and he didn't find it difficult. They performed many
كان
pilgrimages.
في غاية السعادة.
You know, as if and
نعم في الحجات يعني كان مرتاح، ما عنده أي ملل ولا كسل.
He they performed these good actions and they didn't have any other intention, but they did it for the sake of Allah as they thought, and they performed many Hajj. One time, the same person who performed all these different pilgrimages, which was very difficult at that time.
من كابر الشيوخ.
This is one of the biggest of the scholars. His mom asked him something simple, which is take this.
يعني اسقي لي هذا، افعلي هذا شيء خفيف يعني.
Yeah, she told him something like, give me this or do this, something very light. He found it in himself hard to do that. He found it difficult. So he says, Allah Ta'ala commanded me to go to Hajj, and Allah commanded me to be good to my parents, to my mom. How is it I found going to Hajj pleasurable and easy, and I found what she told me to be difficult? Then it must have been that I performed Hajj really for my own desires, and I didn't perform it the way Allah commanded me. Because if I did it for Allah's command, then I should have been able to observe what my mom said with ease and not found any difficulty. For that reason, Shaykh said that good deeds have also a pleasure in it. And same, just like bad deeds have, people perform them, they're seeking out some type of pleasure. The same with good deeds. There's a pleasure attached to it that one needs to be careful with.
ولكن لا تتركوا الأعمال ولكن خافوا منها.
Do not leave good actions. That should not be a reason of leaving good actions, but just be wary of it and conscious about it and fearful of it.
فالعمل مع خوف الرياء أفضل من تركه مع خوفه. فالعمل مع الرياء أفضل من تركه لخوفه، لأن ترك العمل أيضا خوف الرياء رياء.
And this is why it's very important that you do not leave an action for fear of showing off, because if you perform an action with showing off is better than leaving it fear of showing off. Because if you leave a good action thinking, oh, if I do this people will think I'm showing off, so I'm not going to do it. When you leave that, that's also showing off, because the only reason you left it is because what people think. So you did that for people too. So the best thing you should do is do the actions, even if it's for showing off. Don't leave the actions.
الحياة كلها خطر. حياة الدنيا مشقة. الحياة الدنيا مشقة. لذلك ورد في الحديث الدنيا سجن المؤمن.
This is life has its hardships, and that's why there's a tradition that mentions hadith that this life for the believer is like a prison.
فالعاملون في سجن وأصحاب الشهوات في سجن والعالمون في سجن والجهال في سجن والعابدون في سجن والكل في سجن. هؤلاء خايفون على أعمالهم وهؤلاء في سجن الشهوات، يعني الجميع في السجن.
Everyone is in a prison. Those that are performing good deeds are stuck in that prison. Those that are following their desires are also in a prison. Everybody's in a type of prison.
لأن هؤلاء خائفون على أعمالهم كالمسجون وهؤلاء في شهواتهم كالمسجون مسجونون للنفس.
So the ones performing good deeds are in a prison because they're constantly fearful, is Allah going to accept this? Did I do it for His sake? The ones that are committing sins are also in trouble because they're doing these things and they have a fear of what's going to happen to them.
هذه الأيام الناس ينبغي لها إذا لم تستطع تعميرها كلها تفعل بعض العبادات الخاصة، تفعل بعض العبادات الخاصة التي تقوم مقام العبادات الكثيرة. تفعل أشياء أذكار خاصة أو قراءات خاصة أو نفقات خاصة حتى يكون ذلك بدلا من القيام الكثير والقراءة الكثيرة. فمن لا يقدر على ختم تقريبا يوم، ومن لا يقدر على قيام الليل كله، وهذا كلنا لا يقدر على ذلك. ينبغي أن نبحث عن شيء يعوضه، يعطينا تلك القيمة، فالله تعالى أعطانا ذلك أيضا.
He said that, again, try to do different types of actions and increase in it, because that may make up for some of the other things that one is not able to do. For example, a whole khatam or staying up all night in a prayer. And these things, if you're not able to attain these, then do of those other things a lot of it, so it can
افعل بهذه الأشياء التي سنذكرها، هذه الأشياء التي سنذكرها تقوم مقام ذلك.
Do these other things that are mentioned, so that you may reach a station of what we mentioned, which ones Allah Ta'ala makes up.
فالناس أغلبهم لا يقدرون على قيام الليل كله، أغلبهم لا يقدرون على صيام هذه العشر كلها، أغلبهم لا يقدرون على أن ينفقوا كثيرا. هذا أكثر الناس لا يفعل ذلك ولا يقدر عليه أيضا. فالله تعالى أعطانا عوضا عن ذلك، أعطانا أذكارا جامعة، وأعطانا مثلا قراءة جامعة حتى تقوم ذلك المقام.
The same reason that some people are not able to read the entire Quran in a night, and some people are not able to stand up all night in prayer, and some people are not able to do certain types of actions, all of them. And that's why we have in Islam a type of mercy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with certain types of actions that have those great rewards. So those that are not able to perform all of that can do these shorter summarized things or recitations of du'as or certain Quranic surahs and things like that, so that they may attain those great rewards. So do those things, diversify, so that you may get that great rewards of what you're not able to do one specific thing.
أولئك الأولون هم الفائزون، أولئك الأولون هم السابقون الذين يفعلون ما كان يفعله رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم، يقومون الليل كله، يصومون النهار، ينفقون الأموال كله، أولئك هم الفائزون السابقون. لكن الضعفاء لهم شيء.
He said that the first people, and they are the most successful, they were on what the Prophet ﷺ was on. They were able to pray all night.
السابقون الفائزون.
The Sabiqun is like the first people that came. They're the most successful, because they would stand in the night in prayer. They would fast during the day, and they would spend their wealth in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They did all those
أولئك
things.
متبعون النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
They were the true followers of the Prophet ﷺ. They were the successful, but they were the first. So not everybody can reach that level of the first.
99 لا يقدرون على ذلك. 99 لا يقدرون على ذلك.
99% of people cannot reach that level.
هذا 1%.
Only 1%.
لا يقدرون. الله تعالى جعل بعض العبادات يقوم بالكثير من العبادات، كمثل سورة الإخلاص، وكمثل الصلاة على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، كالأذكار الجامعة، سبحان الله العظيم وبحمده عدد خلقه ورضاء نفسه وزينة عرشه ومداد كلماته. هذه أذكار نافعة جامعة تعطي قيمة كثير من العبادات، فينبغي لنا جميعا أن نهتم بها.
And this is why it is related. For example, if you recite Surah Al-Ikhlas, you will get
3 مرات فكأنك ختمت القرآن.
If you read this 3 times, it will be like you recited the whole Quran in reward, in terms of reward. And also the salawat, sending salutations upon the noble messenger, and the great rewards that
إذا صليت على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صلاة واحدة صلى الله عليك 10 كما في حديث مسلم. أنا قابلك الله بالإحسان 10 مرات.
He said that as it had indicated in the hadith in Muslim, that whoever prays upon the messenger one time, Allah sends down 10 of his mercies upon that person. So this is Allah's increase of his doing good for you and increasing you. And different types of dhikrs. For example, Shaykh read the dhikr.
Subhanallah al-azim wa bihamdihi adada khalqihi.
Glory be to Allah, and to Him belongs praise to the extent or the number of what He's created, and to the extent of His pleasure of Himself, and to the extent of His beauty of His throne, etc. And to the extent of His blessed words. All those holds incredible reward, although it's a short statement.
نعم، فأحق الناس بالرحمة هم الضعفاء. حق الناس بالرحمة هم الضعفاء، لذلك الله تعالى رحم الضعفاء.
The people that are the most needy of Allah's mercy are the weak. And this is why Allah has had mercy upon the weak by giving them all these virtues and great deeds.